Darwin Nunez has slowly bedded into the football club, and we're starting to see him grow in confidence and score goals. On the weekend, he received a little setback with an injury, but will he be available for the next game? We also have an update on Thiago, and Curtis Jones has declared that he has a point to prove. Not only that, we take a look at Liverpool's new signing, who has scored 6 goals in 7 games, and finally provide you with a late 4 things we learned from the weekend's match that ended Nottingham Forest 1, Liverpool 0. And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. Before we get into today's video, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Since his arrival in the summer, Darwin Nunez has had a bit of a stop-start to life at Liverpool. Of course, he was sent off back in August, which seen the player miss 3 Premier League matches, and as a result hadn't been able to get a consistent playtime. However, over the last couple of weeks, we are starting to see him really bed in and come up with the goods in terms of goals. Over the weekend though, Klopp confirmed that Darwin Nunez would miss the game due to a hamstring injury. The manager didn't seem too concerned about it, however never said if he'd be available back for the next game against Ajax. However, today there is some big news regarding it, and it has been confirmed that Darwin Nunez is back in training and will be involved in the squad for Wednesday's trip to Amsterdam in the Champions League. This is great to see for Darwin, and hopefully he can carry on where he left off before his hamstring niggle. Another player who missed the game at the weekend was Thiago, after Klopp confirmed that the player had picked up an ear infection and as a result had to go straight home. It remains to be seen at this time whether he will be recovered for Wednesday's trip to take on Ajax. This freak infection is not something the club needs right now, given the ongoing injury concerns, but it isn't the worst case and should be back soon. It has also been confirmed that Konate will be back ready for selection on Wednesday night, also after he received an injury setback. Konate, when fit, is one of Liverpool's best defensive options, and when given the jersey, he hasn't disappointed this season, so this is a huge boost for the Champions League on Wednesday. Curtis Jones made a surprise first start of the season against Nottingham Forest, and after 10 weeks on the sidelines with a rare injury, he now feels he has a point to prove. He said, "I was out for 10 weeks. I came on Wednesday and played half an hour, then 90. I'm tired, but that's part of the game. It's a Premier League game. It's always going to be hard, non-stop work, but I'm fit and ready now. It was a stress response. I was basically swelling in the bone, but if you carry on with it, you can fracture and then a break. It was the first time I'd have anything like that, to be honest. Touch wood, it doesn't change, but I'm a kid who never gets injured. I don't pull hamstrings, quads, calves, stuff like that. When I've been injured, it's been like a freak one. I was poked in the eye last season, I was out for 6 weeks, and this season I had a stress response in my bone. I was out for 4 weeks, I came back and trained twice, felt it again, and I was out for another 6. It was a difficult time, but now I'm back, I'm happy, and I have a point to prove." Doherty has made a quick impression following his summer arrival, with the 16-year-old certainly not shy in front of goal. Yesterday, Doherty made it 6 goals in 7 matches for the under-18s. Less than a week after helping his side complete a comeback against Blackburn, Doherty has proved vital once more. It's always good to see the youth players hit the ground running, and both Doherty and Ben Doak, who arrived in the summer, certainly look like great players for the future. Over the weekend, Liverpool failed to keep up their winning run and extend it to 4, as they were beaten 1-0 by Nottingham Forest. Usually I would do the 5 things we learned from the game the day after, but due to other commitments, I was unable to go over it, so here is a late 4 things we learned from Nottingham Forest 1, Liverpool 0. Elliott shines. Bad as the day was, and many do not get a mention, Harvey Elliott was one of a few who could reasonably say they were impressive on the ball, stuck to their tactical role, and did enough defensively to contribute to the team in a big way. Elliott is a player who's been given the trust by Jurgen Klopp this season, and has been pretty consistent all season long considering he is a youngster. Elliott must keep this consistency up, and hopefully when players get up to the level again, the young Englishman will look even better. Too many not at their best. I gave Harvey Elliott a mention for his performance, but I must go to the other end of the scale and mention the players who were simply not good enough. Fabinho was off the pace on the ball and didn't get a chance to be progressive enough on it because Forest packed the middle of the park. Fabinho has been far from his best this season and must try to find a level of form as he was so key to the team last year. Joe Gomez took a big step back after his performance against Manchester City and had a dreadful game from start to finish with poor passing and twice causing massive problems for himself, one of which led to the Nottingham Forest goal. Salah was a non-event after his first half knock. Carvalho, it seems, doesn't have the decision-making or ball consistency to be a part of the starting 11, and Firmino was very hot and cold on the ball especially. Curtis out of position. Curtis Jones, who is a Liverpool Academy graduate, started as a number 10 as a kid, broke through as a left-sided forward, and then became a number 8, and on Saturday was a part of a double pivot. It's been quite the regression down the pitch for Jones, who started as an offensive midfielder. It was clear to see that the position he was taking up wasn't his strongest, and never helped Liverpool get up the pitch. The Reds had loads of the ball, and he was in a position in deep areas, had lots of space, and was able to turn away from challenges. Defensively though, it was never ideal. He was always often behind Fabinho, which didn't make sense, and I don't believe he should be playing in that position. A job to do. Clearly, the corner we need to turn is a longer one than we thought, and we're very much not there yet. But there is no time to linger, as around the corner is another mammoth task in the Champions League, a game we need a result in. A draw against Ajax and we're through to the last 16, giving us both a free hit in match day 6, and time to really get into better groove before the knockouts start in 2023. With the potential returns of Darwin, Thiago and Konate, things could be a lot better for Wednesday's game. Consistency comes one game at a time, and this was not it, so back to the beginning. Lastly, I want to talk about injuries and provide you with an interesting stat. Liverpool have endured a torrid time of injuries, as one step forward is always met with 2 steps back, with players yo-yoing in and out of the squad. Whether in defence, midfield or attack, no department has been safe, and it's had quite the effect on Jurgen Klopp's ability to rotate effectively and in turn performances and results. In fact, only 8 senior players have avoided injury altogether throughout the 16 games played so far this campaign. The list is limited to just Adrian, Joe Gomez, Virgil van Dijk, Nat Phillips, Fabinho, James Milner, Harvey Elliott and Mohamed Salah. As a result, Van Dijk has played every minute of every game, and Salah is not too far behind, nor is Fabinho. That in itself will be a concern in what is a relentless and demanding season, as while Liverpool have no choice but to play them, they are already pushing them close to the red zone. As we mentioned a moment ago, Liverpool take on Ajax Amsterdam next, a team who have also been struggling this season, but do go into this match with a 4-1 win at the weekend against RKC and are currently top of the Eredivisie. Klopp is still looking for solutions, and maybe the Champions League this year is the one we should be aiming for in terms of the big piece of silverware. Liverpool fans, what do you make of Darwin Nunez, and do you believe the club can win the Champions League this season? Let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. Please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We've also released our Jurgen Klopp LFC t-shirts. They're now available on our website. Just go down into the link in the description or go to copeyeclothing.com. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.